What's up, friends? Welcome to SPDM TV. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I watch a lot of TV. We talk about various TV topics, reviews, and general appreciation of TV past and new. You can follow me on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and Serialize at MLHT2452 to see what all I'm watching. This week, we have been starting to get more and more news that Hulu is going to be shutting down for good, and all of its programming is going to be integrated into Disney Plus. Now, on one end, yes, that absolutely makes sense. I don't understand why they have two different programs when they're all owned by the same company. I always thought that Disney Plus should just go put all their content on Hulu and have Hulu be the big service, especially since they have the Hulu Live TV, but I guess that's going to Disney Plus now. So it is what it is. But that doesn't change the fact that it is sad for me that Hulu is going away because I remember when Hulu Plus came out and it was a big deal that hey, you could pay a little bit of extra money and you could watch shows without ads, watch shows the next day. It was really exciting. So I'm gonna miss Hulu if I'm being perfectly honest. And I did want to recognize some of the things that have come out over the last couple of years that were Hulu originals. So let's start first with some of the movies that have come out that have been Hulu originals. And we're going back all the way to 2019 for this when some of the first Hulu originals started coming out for movies. And I'm going to go, first one I want to recognize is from 2020, Palm Springs. I really liked Palm Springs a lot. It was funny. It flips the romantic comedy genre on its head. So I really did like Palm Springs quite a bit. Next on that list, we have Boss Level. Boss Level was a Frank Grillo movie that Frank Grillo against Mel Gibson. So, a fun action movie. Did enjoy it quite a bit. Let's see. Next, I have No Exit, which is a movie about, it came out in 2022. It is about a girl who stops at a rest stop and she realizes that the person next to her is kidnapped. So some of the exciting stuff from there. And shortly after that, we've got Fresh. This is the one with Daisy Edgar Jones and Sebastian Stan and Hunger stuff, I guess. Then next thing we have Fire Island, which is a 2022 romantic comedy movie. Enjoyed that one quite a bit. That one was really good. I like The Princess. It's a 2022 fantasy action thriller starring Joey King. Yeah, I actually didn't mind that, but probably the one standout from 2022 that is probably going to get a lot of credit is Prey, which is the reboot of the Predator franchise by Dan Trachtenberg. Amber Midthunder, it was just awesome in this. So, and it gave us some pretty awesome moments with the Predator series. So I did like that quite a bit. Let's see what else do we got. 2023, we got Rye Lane, a romantic comedy movie that I don't think gets enough credit for a lot of the stuff that it presented. So I definitely want to recognize that. I got to give a shout out to the Flamin' Hot movie from 2023. It's a biopic about the guy who came up with the Flaming Hot Cheeto. So I have to give it a little bit of credit for that. Then going all the way to this year, we've got 2025's Predator Killer of Killers. That was good. And then there's one that's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's the biopic Swiped, which is about the founder and CEO of Bumble and how she used to be part of another dating app, and then she got released, or she was unjustly fired from that. So there is that. Let's see. I don't think there's any other movies that came out or are coming out that I did want to shout out, but those were ones that I did enjoy quite a bit from the movie side. Now, let's talk about the TV show side because Hulu has had a very rich history in the television space, but it also has had a great relationship with FX as well. And I feel like FX and Hulu are synonymous with one another. So I think there's a lot of interesting stuff here that I think is really good. So lots of things to kind of go over with this, and some of the ones that I did want to shout out, particularly the ones that have ended over the years, because Hulu original TV is over 10 years old at this point. So there's a lot of good stuff there. And perhaps probably their first like major hit was The Handmaid's Tale, which based on the book by Margaret Atwood, or the series, and then starring Elizabeth Moss, which she was already a pretty fantastic performer, but then this catapulted her a little bit more into the stratosphere. So I really enjoyed that. Marvel's The Runaways, I think, is a bit underrated at this point. It's a superhero teen drama, but I did enjoy The Runaways quite a bit. Castle Rock, which is the anthology series that's kind of based in the Stephen King universe, I did like quite a bit as well. Devs, on which is a FX show. It's by Alex Garland, so it's very heady sci-fi. So there is that. Mrs. America was really a really good historical drama series that I thought was really good. Love Victor, another show that's kind of based on a TV series, part of like the Disney Plus, original series, but then it moved to Hulu shortly after that. I'm pretty sure that's also what happened with The Runaways. I think it was on something else first. We've got A Teacher, which is starring Kate Mara and Nick Robinson. That one was pretty good. I think Why the Last Man was a pretty good show, but I also think that it got kind of hosed a little bit. They only got one season, but it also didn't live up to what it was looking to do. Dope Sick, which is one of my favorite things that's been on Hulu. Yeah, Dope Sick was outstanding. Followed shortly by Pam and Tommy and The Dropout, and The Girl from Plainville. So all of these shows are based on, or all four of those are based all on real life events. So miniseries, all really good. So those are ones worth checking out. Under the Banner of Heaven, that's one with Andrew Garfield that I really enjoyed. So that's definitely one worth checking out. Candy, which we this was a bit of a Armageddon and Deep Impact type of thing, because we got Candy, which is on which was on Hulu, and then you've got the Elizabeth Olsen led one, which was on HBO. And I like Candy a little bit better, if I'm being perfectly honest. The Patient, which was Steve Carell and Donald Gleason in that. So that's definitely one worth checking out. Fleischman is in Trouble. That one's borderline underrated for me. I think Jesse Eisenberg, Claire Danes, and Lizzie Kaplan are all really great in that one. Kindred, that's one that I think could have been good if it had gotten another season, but they canceled it, so that kind of sucks. Oh, those are good. Say Nothing. That came out last year. Say Nothing was a miniseries about the troubles in Ireland during the height of the IRA. So that one was good. So those are the dramas. The comedies, we've got Casual, which I really liked. Future Man, I love Future Man. Pen 15, Shrill, Rami, I guess. Shout out to Dollface, the High Fidelity series, The Great, Reservation Dogs. I did like the first season of How I Met Your Father, but it just wasn't as good. I did like This Fool reboot, and I did kind of like Up Here, but it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. And then Mid-Century Modern and Dying for Sex, I did like those as well. And then we're not going to go through the other ones. So, and then let's talk about the ones that are still ongoing that are definitely worth checking out. Shogun, Paradise, and Alien Earth are definitely great series that I really enjoy. And then we've got The Bear, Only Murders in the Building, and Deli Boys. I did like all of those. I did want to give a shout out to Solar Nights, which is still going on, that I enjoy. And then a couple other continuations that The Orville made it to season three on Hulu. King of the Hill made it to season 14 on Hulu. Both of those I did enjoy. Yeah, there is a lot of great program that has been on Hulu over the years, and I'm going to miss it. So, although I'm going to be able to tune in into everything on Disney Plus, it's just not going to be the same. But what are some of your favorite Hulu shows? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this episode of SPDM TV. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at spdmcrew.com. Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And check out the other shows on our network. We have a lot of great content, so please check out the other shows and support the other podcasts on the network. And if you've got a podcast idea or you want to be part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.